So we've been here digging out the yard, and we made a rock wall. I'm going to try not to fall in the mud here because it's so muddy this morning. But we made a rock wall all along the front of the house. And we've been down here digging out the pond. And look at this. I don't even have a liner in my pond. It rained so hard, it actually covered the half of the bottom there of the pond. I'm just going to raise this up so you can see, because we just could not believe how much rain came down yesterday. Whoop. Still getting to know how to use this tripod. Look at all the rain that came down. I look like I have half a pond now. Now I wish I had the liner. Isn't that crazy? It came down so hard yesterday that I actually have another pool down by the greenhouse, and we're going to take a walk down there. But after, we're going to walk by the rock wall so you can see sort of how that came out, because we actually dug a lot of this rock out around the pond here, and a lot of the rock along here, and as you can see, it doesn't even look like we put a dent in it. We were able to finish an entire rock wall that basically covers the beginning and the front of the house, and it doesn't even look like we put a dent in the rock. I'm just going to turn around and we're gonna walk here. I'm going to go back over by the trees so you guys can see. And then I'll turn around and then we'll show you what we did. So we kind of wanted to give it a beach feel, to make it look like maybe the house was on a lake. Maybe it might be soon if we keep getting all this rain. I don't know. So we're still in the midst of finishing down here, but we started here. We're going to be bringing in some really nice gravel. We decided to leave it as a ramp so that if we wanted to bring the tractor up or down, or the UTV or anything up or down, we could get up it. So there will be some really nice gravel that's going to surround this and come down. And here, I'm going to go around this tree so you can get a really nice view of sort of all the work. So here is the pond rock, and it starts basically from this end and it goes all the way down, halfway down the driveway. I'm going to slow down here. And I'll show you what we did on the other side. We left the ramp on the other side too. I was convinced that we might need stairs, but my husband says, no, we're not going to do stairs, because if we want to get vehicles up and down for maintenance or emergencies, we're just going to have a ramp. And there's the other ramp to be able to park or go up to the steps if you need to. He did a really awesome job. He worked around the well cap. Just going to move it in. You can see where the rock actually comes around the well cap. Goes down into a ramp and then continues onward. Guys, oop, I kicked it. Guys, this is in between working 40 hours a week or more. There are some days where he is just drop dead tired, and he comes home and he really kicks it to get stuff done. So now all I'm missing is the lake in front of the house. I don't know. The rock wall just reminds me like there should be a lake in front of our house or something. Oops, I left my fountain on in all that rain. Oh well, that's okay. It's already hot in here. I'm gonna put on the fan soon. But everything is okay. Everything is, there's nothing in here that looks like it needs a little water this morning, even though I'll give that to them. But I just want to take a quick peek over by the tomatoes and see if there's anything we need to harvest. This is where I have to take it off the tripod because it's just, sometimes it can be cumbersome and in the way. But yeah, look at this. Now these are, like I was saying to you, the newest red cherry tomato that I wanted to try, the red ruby cherries. So let's pick some of these because I see there's a couple little splits in them, so they're ready to go. And we're going to be trying those and see, are they as sweet as the sweetie cherry tomato that I grew last year, which was amazing. My husband couldn't get over how sweet those were. That one can stay on. And then I'm going to leave those to get a little bit more red, and we are going to try these and see what we think. All right, let's give it a taste test. Okay, so here goes first bite. These are the first time I've ever tried these, so let's see. Oh, they're so sweet. You ever have that bite of something that's so sweet it hits your taste buds? Wow. These are like eating sugar. They almost taste like a melon. Red ruby cherries. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I hate to chew on camera. Really good. I would say they would rival the sweetie cherry for sure. Really, really good. Those are going to be up in my Etsy store too. I'm going to put some of the seeds up in the Etsy store in the fall for next year's planting. But worth the investment if anybody's interested in trying a new cherry tomato that they haven't tried before. Red ruby cherry. My goodness, that was good. I'm going to go see if there's anything else that we need to harvest in here before the heat hits. We're back to, of course, the hundreds heat. And then by the weekend, we're going down into the 40s overnight. And, you know, kind of like the 60s in the day. It's the weirdest weather I've ever experienced. But I think I have some cucumbers that I'm going to go grab. Whoa. I didn't come in here actually well, I didn't really come in here yesterday except to water. Check this out. Look at these cucumbers. We got to cut those down. That's huge. I've got another one growing here. Oh, geez, and another one growing up here. Wow. Okay, so I've got to cut those down because what happens is I usually carry a pair of scissors on me because the stem is usually just too thick to yank them down. I don't want to damage the plant, but awesome. All right, so let's get the biggest guy down here. Wow, this is a really nice cucumber. If I can move this out of the way, I won't damage it. There we go. What do you think? Pretty nice, right? Almost, hey, it almost looks like it comes from the store. Really nice. So if anybody's curious, these are a hybrid cucumber. These cucumbers are called Raider cucumbers. Every one of the flowers that you're going to get on here are going to be female. And most likely, unless there's any environmental causes, you'll probably get a cucumber with every flower. This one I wasn't successful with, but then again, you know, it can be environmental factors that stop it too. However, for the most part, every flower that's come out so far, even up here, have all got cucumbers on them. So the Raider cucumber, like Raiders of the Lost Ark. Am I dating myself? Let's go take a quick walk through the garden before it gets too hot after the rain and see what we got out here. Ooh, look at the beans. They're starting to actually meld right into my fence. Okay, so I was doing a lot of pickling and canning yesterday, and the dill was coming in handy, doing relishes and things like that. That squash plant has taken off. Good grief. That one was on its last leg. And it came back with a vengeance. I was a little worried about the crop yesterday just because there was just so much rain and it was coming down so hard. bean plants. Peppers. All the peppers coming out, guys. Now, there's just going to be so much seed off of this dill. You can already tell that the flowers are already starting to set on it. There's going to be thousands of seeds on this thing. More seeds to save. I'll have to start like almost like a patch of dill on its own, I think. Calendula. You can see the calendula patch is doing amazing. The bees are already out doing their job. And I forgot to tell you guys, but it'll show probably more. I wish I could get closer. Maybe I can. But my blackberries are finally starting to flower. My Primarchs. You look really at the top there. Hopefully it's not blurry. These guys actually have flowers. They've got the buds for the flowers anyways. So as long as I can kind of keep them contained out here, for the most part, we might be getting blackberries out here. I actually didn't think that was going to happen this year, but the primocanes are putting on flowers, so. Corn. I love the, this is probably going to sound cheesy, let me stand out of the sun, but I really love the color of the silks on the corn here. The purples. It's really neat, purpley burgundy. I have got to get rid of the peas. It's time to pull the peas out now. Saving the seed guys, or, you know, just kind of eating them fresh. Wow. I put this plant, like I said, in the ground dead. And it said, no, not today. It's so, yeah, I've got some kind of plant. It's a squash that's growing. I just didn't want to throw out, I didn't have the heart to throw out plants that are, you know, still sort of on their last leg. And I planted this and it's doing its thing, so I'm going to let it grow. Eastern European tomatoes, they did really well. They're doing well, but they loved the rain yesterday, so no damage or anything. Sunflowers, they're finally starting to get their, oh, here's some damage. The rain broke my sunflower, so that one's kaput. But these guys are okay. Starting to put on their flowers. Beans. And then here, look at all of the peppers. Wow. Okay, so now my flax absolutely has no flowers left on it. So now what we're going to be doing is waiting for the pods to dry out to take the seed and keeping it. Now I apologize if I turn the camera because the sun is on this side. So here's more peas that I have to harvest. Let me just stand back here. My pole beans, because of the wind, fell into the peas, so I got to fix that today, but for the most part, they're okay. Here's my strawberry spinach. So guys, it's got the berries on it that you would actually eat and put in your salad. Now remember, this grows in the wild here, so I saved the seed and grew a bunch of it. And I've got quite a few weeds growing in here, but along here, once I pull these out, is the corn. Corn and beans. Lots of beans. Carrots, onions. Isn't it amazing what happens to your garden after the rain? I mean, I could be out here watering all day long, you know, 3 times a day. And no matter how much I water, it doesn't do the same thing as a good old-fashioned downpour. Potatoes. Let's go take a look at the potato bed on the other side here. Let's see. These beans have gone crazy. They're wrapping around the post. I'm gonna have to move them or they're gonna get slammed. Me and the deer are fighting, but she comes along and she eats the tops of my sunflowers off. That's why I planted most of them inside. Let me just move this out of the way. And this is my white potato bed. So these are gonna be the Yukon Gold potatoes. So they're finally starting to do their thing. They're flowering, no signs of stress, no holes in the leaves, which I'm really surprised. Beautiful. So I really can't complain about this front garden, but the peas are also ready to go. You can tell they're nice. The pods are thick. They're ready to go. So we'll be harvesting that too. Probably on the weekend when it drops a little bit, the temperature, because it's so hot today. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. So guys, let me just back up. All in all, with the rainstorms and all the craziness, even with the heat, and then this weekend, I think we're getting a little chilly. The front garden is doing amazing this year. I can't complain. I am truly, truly thankful to be able to have this year. Beautiful morning. I just wanted to share this with you guys this morning and take you around the house and show you some of the updates that we did, and with the pond rock, and look at all the water here. We'll have to pump that out. Look at this. I just wanted to share with you guys because you're my friends, and I wanted to basically show you that we are truly blessed here at Not a Real Farm. See you soon.